Okay, I just have to nerd out a little bit about this lens and this lens adapter with my new camera. And I know I made a video like a week ago talking about gear reviews and how I'm not crazy about them. Stop wasting your time looking and drooling over new gear and start creating. But I have to nerd out about this one piece of gear that has saved me like thousands of dollars. Here's what it is, here's why it's great, and this is a little bit of an example of why it works so amazingly. Look at this. In focus. In focus. Let me tell you about the MC11 and why it is my favorite little piece of gear that I've bought for my Sony. For the past while, I have been looking at Sony gear and obsessing over like all the stuff I need to buy, and then all of a sudden, like what goes from being like a cheap camera purchase goes up to being like thousands and thousands of dollars, and you're like, oh man, like I originally just wanted to get this lens to start doing film, and then all of a sudden you're 10 grand in the hole because all Sony autofocus like f2.8 plus lenses are like $3,000 to $5,000 each. Like that's so expensive. How can someone who makes no money afford a lens like this? Well, then I was introduced to the Sigma MC11 adapter, which is absolutely dynamite, and I won't take full credit for the discovery of this function. This is completely from another YouTube video. I'll link it in the description below. This really great filmmaker talked about how well its autofocus worked, and so I was able to translate my Sigma lenses, which I am a huge Sigma fan. I have a lot of Sigma Canon mount lenses, mostly because we shoot on other cameras, and the Canon mounts just work way more, and they're way more adaptable to bigger and better cameras, sort of like the Panasonic EVO 1, for example. And I didn't want to have a bunch of different lenses floating around, so I have just learned the whole manual focus thing. But as a vlogger, as a YouTuber, as anybody else, autofocus is so incredible, especially for this stuff. So I paired 2 and 2 together. I was able to get this MC11 adapter that works well with my Sigma lenses, and Sigma is incredibly cheaper, but just as high quality in my opinion as the Sony series. So I was able to compensate price and still keep the quality while having this autofocus. Like, look at this magic, look at this. Now again, I'm not gonna talk about the text, the specs, and all that stuff. I just want to talk about how you guys could save probably thousands of dollars if you are a Sony user, want to have nice autofocus with Canon lenses, Canon mount lenses, like the Sigma series, without compensating price or quality. This is a great purchase for it. 100% recommend it. This is not sponsored. This is not to blabble on about it. I'm just super happy that there's finally gear out there that doesn't overcomplicate, that doesn't make competition in any regards. It is literally just to help out the user. So Sigma, thank you so much for helping us out as these poor creators who can't usually afford $3,000 to $10,000 lenses. Final thing that I want to say is this whole video was shot on the Sony A7 III with the Sigma 18-35 autofocus with the MC11. So if you like what you saw, that's the gear. All of it's in the description. That is a long-winded video of me basically saying, this is amazing, this is awesome. Now, like I said in previous videos, so I don't seem hypocritical, I am not a gear reviewer. This isn't a gear review. This is me really liking the gear that I like and nerding out about it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the trip. Back onto the boat now. See ya.